Adi tolongin dia.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning everyone. I hope
Morning.
you had a great day. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Jihan Sabila Hasana and I go by Jihan. And I am standing here with my partner Abdullah Haji Bayu Aji, and just can call him Bayu. Well, today we will present you about the tourism of, as you guys can see here. But before we jump into the whole topic, I have a few questions for you. Have you ever thought that the word you read every day is actually shape the way you think and shape or influence the way you see the world?
Yes.
Yes. Well, actually, there is a term for that. It's called Sapir-Whorf hypothesis. Did one of you ever heard about that?
No.
Okay. So let me explain about it a little bit. So Sapir says that the book you read every day, the words you hear from the movie you watch, from the news you watch every day, it actually shape the way you think. It's influence how you see the world. And by saying that, I want to take you through a comparison between two news. There is Metro TV and Tempo. And how they use how they cover topic, how they cover the same topic, but with different language, and how that different language might shape our perception over some issues. Next. So it is Metro TV and Tempo that Metro TV has published their news on April 23rd, 2022, and meanwhile Tempo has published their article on April 21st, 2025. So before we jump into the next slide, can one of you do me a favor to read the headline from Metro TV? Sasha, please. Headlines from Metro TV.
Negosiasi tarif Trump IMA Amerika Serikat, impor menambah, tarifnya belum berubah.
Okay, thank you very much. Now I need one more person to read the headline from Tempo. Keisha, can you please read it for me out loud?
Negosiasi tarif Trump, Indonesia tambah impor energi dari AS.
Okay, thank you very much for your kindness. Now, quick answer. Just based on the headline you have read, which media would you prefer to read or watch the whole story?
The video one.
The video one, Metro TV.
Yes.
Did one of you interest to read the Tempo? No. No. All right. So let's clarify it. So the Tempo headlines is straightforward, like negosiasi tarif Trump, Indonesia tambah impor energi dari AS. Like the headline promises us the results of negotiation Indonesia has been worked on. So it's like we will get a clarify and get information through it. Meanwhile, Metro TV use more dramatic diction, like impornya nambah, tarifnya belum berubah, pulls us into a shape sarcasm toward the government. Okay, next.
Kita lanjut, Mbak.
Now, the next slide is about how Metro TV report their news. So please pay attention to it because it's really entertaining and it's less than 1 minute.
Okay.
Kita lanjut bahas tentang negosiasi tarif antara Indonesia dan Amerika Serikat. Yang proses negosiasinya ngalahin drama Korea, banyak plot twist dan penuh emosi. Tarif impor dari AS ke Indonesia awalnya 10-32%, sekarang bisa tembus 47%. Ini bukan tarif, ini tarifikasi. Barang-barang ekspor kita seperti tekstil dan elektronik jadi korban. Seperti kata pepatah ya, sudah jatuh tertimpa tarif. Tangga ya.
Okay, after watch this video, let's break it down. So, Metro TV frames the issues with a more sarcastic and critical tone toward how the government handle the negotiation. And the words like sudah jatuh tertimpa tangga is portraying a personal and political, like Metro implicitly said that the government has failed handling negotiation with the United States. So yeah, it's so the report is, I guess, skepticism about how well the government is handling the talk. Next. And this is how Tempo frame their media. Tempo takes a completely different approach. As you can see this article, for sure I already read the whole article. They pointing 10 negotiation results from Indonesia with US. The 10 point is exactly look like this. So they provide a direct quotation from Erlangga Hartarto. Did one of you know who Erlangga Hartarto is? It's bad for you because you guys are mahasiswa. So the coordination minister of economic affairs of Indonesia that Prabowo has sent to have a negotiation with US. Tempo exactly frame their media like this. So the 10 points is a direct quotation from Erlangga and then elaborated in the first paragraph. So yeah, it's factual, it's clear, and it's information heavy. Next. I guess we can a little bit conclude how the both media has a differences, but let me make it clear for one more time. So Metro TV reports on Indonesia's stance. They both talking about tariff Trump in general, and Metro TV reports on Indonesia's stance in tariff negotiation with the US, emphasizing fair and equal trade. And they also mention that they delegate 2 person, that is Erlangga Hartarto, he is coordinating minister for economic affairs, and also finance minister Sri Mulyani. Meanwhile, Tempo outlined 10 key negotiation topics between Indonesia and the US related to tariff imposed during the Trump administration. So Tempo is more detailed, information heavy, and it covers sectors such as trade, technology, and regulation. Next. So it is, we know that we have watched how Metro TV cover their media. We also already see a little part of how Tempo frame their news. So the tone of report in Metro TV is serious and factual. The use of language is informal and attention grabbing for sure. We know that he is really good at addressing an issue in entertaining way. Also, in visual elements, as you can see here, it includes press conference footage, diplomatic meetings, and supporting graphics. Meanwhile, for Tempo, tone of the report is natural and informative. Use of the language is formal and factual, as I mentioned before. Tempo is have a direct quotation from the Minister of Economic Affairs, and they elaborated in their first paragraph. And the visual element, they include relevant photos and a well-organized layout that help reader easily navigate the content. Next. So the depth of information will be presented by my partner, by you.
Okay, thank you, Jihan, for such a lovely opening and also explanation about the first part of our presentation. So today I'm going to take over the presentation. So we're going to discuss about depth of information from each news sources. So the first source is Metro TV. Metro TV provides a concise yet informative overview of Indonesia's position in the trade talks. And for the second sources is Tempo, who offers in-depth details on each negotiation point, along with background context and implication for bilateral trade. So from each news sources, it has its own unique differences. Because of the depth of information, the first sources, Metro TV, which has a video format, factors in on how much information that they give you on the video format because the video format is limited to a time limit, and the presentation and the presenter or the journalist who give the information has such a unique way of information. It provides a concise and yet informative overview of the Indonesian position. While as Tempo, because Tempo format is a written format, it has no limitation on how much information that they can give you to the the reader. So it offers more in-depth and also more background information about the context of the event. Next. We're going to discuss the key similarities and also differences between the two sources. Now once again, the similarities of the two sources are both discussing about the tariff on Trump's decision, and also each sources present governmental issue either through policy or also taxation or fuel tax. So those are the similarities between the two sources. Both discusses about the Trump's tariff. Now the differences are the Tempo article uses formal, in-depth written reporting, while the Metro TV video uses a more casual or emotional tone. And the second difference is Tempo offers detailed analysis on negotiation context, whereas the Metro TV video gives a quick attention-grabbing facts with less explanation. Again, the differences I think it's because the format of the news that is being given. The Metro TV uses a video format, while the Tempo uses a written format. So that's why there are two differences between the two news sources. And next. So, which of the two sources is more effective or trustworthy? I think these two sources has their own place to be in our daily news reading. And it depends on the reader actually. If you have more time or more free time to read the news, Tempo is more effective and also trustworthy because it offers an in-depth information of the situation. It also gives some explanation on the vocabulary that is being used on the news. But if you are a busy person who needs a quick overview of what's going on the economic side of the world, so Metro is probably the best offer for you because it is quick, precise, and also concise about the information that is being given. And next, these are the vocabulary notes that is being offered in this news comparison. So most of the vocabulary notes that we find are economic terms such as tariff, zero-sum game, first mover, bilateral talks, and also negotiation. So these are the meanings. As for tariff, the meaning is a tax or duty on imported goods. Zero-sum game is a situation where one participant's gain is exactly offset by another participant's loss, resulting in no net gain or loss for the group. First mover, meaning a company or individual who is the first to introduce a new product, service, or technology to a market. Bilateral talks is discussion that only involves two parties. And lastly of the vocabulary notes is negotiation, discussion aimed at reaching an agreement. And I think that's it for us before we end. Is there any questions? And I commit it. Is there any question about our topic on Trump's tariff?
You should have a question because it's really interesting to talking about Trump and Prabowo.
Yeah. It also.
I will count to 5 if there is no question.
Okay. Yes.
Do you guys think the tariff were effective?
What?
Do you guys think the tariff were effective?
Were effective? Were
Were effective on Indonesia's or America or Indonesia? You want to go first?
Well, it's actually not really effective because it really affects our everyday life. The tariff means that every goods that has been imported will be raising the price. The price will rise, so it will be it will be affect our daily life. Like everything will be so expensive. So no, it's not affected.
And yeah, I think I agree on Jihan because it basically raises all the basic goods that we need to live in this country. Like for example, like we import many technologies, so technology will probably be more expensive nowadays because when it comes to terror.
Alright, guys, as our time is already over, it's already 15 minutes, so we will close our presentation. Thank you so very much for your attention. Thank you very much for your response. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.